G'day everyone, I'm Wayne Nelson from Wayne Nelson Fine Art. This is a video on the evolution of one of the greatest and arguably the meanest movie car ever to hit the silver screen. It's Max Rockatansky's Black Interceptor. Now this is the car that everyone remembers. But what most people don't know is that the base car used in the movie started life as a genuine Ford Falcon XB GT 351 and its colour was polar white. Now us Aussies used to drive these things on the streets, and here's a very young artist Wayne complete with a full head of hair, and that's my XB GS Falcon, and of course eventually I had to paint it as a GT. I bought that car because I was influenced by the Mad Max movies. Incidentally, the car was stolen some years later, and I still curse the person to this day. But getting back to the XB GT, it was obviously purchased for the film and was given to some custom car specialists to work their magic and transform the car into what everyone knows and loves today. The wild styling, like the roof spoiler and that famous Monza nose, borrowed features from a concept panel van which was featured at the Melbourne Motor Show in 1977, and also from the racing scene of the time, like front and rear flared guards. But these changes were far from the only ones made. The car was given a supercharger, along with a Scott injector hat sitting on top. And those GT exhausts at the rear of the car were replaced with 4 pipes which came out in front of the rear wheels. They were topped with flared chrome zoomies, and of course the car had to have some big rubber, and they went with steel Sunraysia wheels. The car was then finished with a gloss and satin black paint job. The satin blackouts remained similar to a GT's blackouts. And let's not forget it's a police car. There were large bronze Main Force Patrol logos on the front guards and a number plate on the rear of the car that read MFP. And that was Max Rockatansky's Black Interceptor from the Aussie film Mad Max. The movie was such a huge success that Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior went into production, and Max's Interceptor was back with some radical changes. The most obvious were 2 huge fuel tanks sitting in the rear of the car. Gone was the boot lid and the rear windscreen to accommodate them. Also, the lower part of the Monza front had disappeared and the exhaust zoomies were replaced with straight pipes. The car had also been given a very worn, dirty and tortured look, which made it look so much meaner. The passenger seat was removed along with the rest of the interior, and the car was filled with all kinds of junk in a makeshift shelf at the back of the car. And for some reason, they changed the rear wheels. And when we first see Max's mighty Interceptor, not 5 minutes goes by before our hero rams another car and completely wrecks the Monza nose. And that's how we see the car until its demise later in the film when it's blown up. But word on the street is Max's Interceptor is back in the new film Fury Road. So there'll be a lot more cars to build in 3D, but until then, I'll see you on the road.